Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another exciting tutorial with Mate. Today we're going to learn how to create cool line animations in After Effects. So before we start with the tutorial, I'll just quickly show which are the plugins or how I have set up my After Effects workspace, which basically helps me to speed up my workflow really quick. And uh, mostly I use this composition in a second monitor, but due to just this recording session, I have to club it here in this single screen. But yeah, mostly I have it on my second monitor. And then on the left hand side I have my project panel. Here we have timeline, which is at its default position. Then I have added a couple of plugins here for quick animations, which is one of them is very important plugin. You can see Keystone 2. It basically helps you to align, stagger or shift or duplicate or flip your keyframes very quickly. You can do all the hassles of the keyframes very quickly just with the clicks. And then it works with the keyframes and the layers as well. And then I have this very cool plugin which is Flow. I love this plugin because it takes away all the complexity of this graph editor of the After Effects, and you can simply stay in the layers panel, select the keyframes, and uh, change the graph really quick. Select the keyframes, change the graph, and apply. That's it. So definitely I'm going to show it to you. And then some other tools that definitely are good to have, but not necessarily you must have them. Okay, so now let's start with the actual line animations in After Effects. And uh, so watch this video till the end because I'm going to share a tip which will be very helpful for you, where will be animating parts around the line animation which we have created. Okay, so without any further delay, let's start with the tutorial. Well, before that, make sure you have already subscribed to the channel and hit the bell icon next to it, because if you're not doing that, then you're going to miss a lot of exciting content. So here I'm in After Effects. I have created a basic composition of 10 seconds, and now I'll quickly select my pen tool. I'll simply create a basic shape. It could be anything, it could be basic, it could be complex, doesn't matter, as long as it is a vector shape created within the After Effects or imported a layer from Illustrator and converted into the paths. Okay, uh, so whatever it is, it works pretty fine. So first of all, I'm going to add the stroke to it because we are going to have a keyframe animation, right? So let's have probably uh, 10 pixels. I know that is going to too much, but yeah, we need it. And we don't need any field, so I'll just quickly go here to the contents, to the shape one which we have just created, and just delete the field. You can hide it or you can simply delete it, whichever you prefer. I'll simply delete it so we don't have a lot of clutter here. Okay, now we are going to create a cool animation of this line. So to create the animation of the line, any line of any shape, basically you need to use trim paths. And to add a trim path, there are two ways. You can just expand the content, and you can just click on this add button up here, or you can see there's this add button here as well, which is again a quick access, and you can easily see trim paths here. Okay, so I'll select the trim paths. Now the trim paths is added here. Now when we expand the trim path, you can see there are three uh, properties which we can animate. So first is start, second is end, and third one is offset. So I'll quickly tell you what exactly it is. Start is basically the first point from where the line or the stroke or the shape is started, and end is the last point of the stroke. Okay, and now when by default the trim path is added, it starts with 0% at the start because it is absolute 0, and it is 100% at the end because it is at the end of the stroke. So now we can either animate the start and or the end, or both simultaneously, or we can offset the starts and ends with this offset property. So I'll quickly show you. If I just increase the start, which basically up to the 100%, and now I just quickly okay, let me just select this. I'll deselect this, and now you can see there is no stroke visible because my start is now at the 100%. But if I take it back to somewhere at the middle, now you can see my half path from 15% to 100% is visible. So basically this is what you need to understand, what is the difference between start and end. And when I do same with the end, but now the animation is starting from the end, and in case of start it was starting from the start. So now if you want to create animation which starts at the middle, you can put both to the 50% and then uh, put the start back to 0% on the next keyframe and end to the 100%. So I'm going to quickly show you that as well. But let's quickly create a cool animation. So what I'll do, on my 0th frame or my first frame, I'll just put everything to the 0. I'll quickly create a keyframe. I'll click on the stopwatch to create a keyframe. I hope you might already know this. If not, definitely check out the basics of After Effects, or starting with After Effects on the channel. You can find the video which basically walks you through all the basics of the After Effects and how to create or get started with After Effects. So I'll just move my current CTI, which is current time indicator, to the 1 second, or it is basically the duration of the animation. Okay, and now I'll put it back to the 100%. It have automatically created a keyframe. So now I'll quickly play this animation just by hitting a space bar, and just to keep on looping, I'll just adjust the work area so it basically animates and restart the animation. So we can just keep watching and determine uh, how do we want to adjust the timing. Okay, now as I have said already, this flow plugin, which is very important, or very easy to use or very cool plugin, which basically helps you to create awesome looking animations just with a single click. So I'll show you. I'll select both of the keyframes here. I'll go to any of the default graphs. Let's say let's go with ease, for example, and I'll just click on apply. Now notice the animation. you know it starts slow, speeds up in the middle, and then ends slow, because we have this ease in and ease out here. So you can just select keep on selecting this and just click on apply, and now this will change the motion again. Now you can see you don't have to do any of the hassles with the graphs. You just have to click on which type of animation you want and just apply. And now you can see my animation is very cool, without any hassles of adjusting the graph. In a way, this plugin basically adjusts the graph of the After Effect itself, but we don't need to do it in this complex UI. They have given this nice and cool interface here. You can select the keyframes and you can adjust the graph. You can do it for one single keyframe as well. That will basically adjust the start or end based on the selection. Okay, now we have this cool animation ready. Now as I have told, there is a secret tip which we are going to use here. Now we will be animating a circle or an object. It could be anything with this path. Okay, now hope you have already subscribed to the channel and hit that like button. If not, then do it right now, because this is the time to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and hit that thumbs up button to motivate me to keep on creating such an amazing content for you. So I'm waiting for the count of 10 till you like and subscribe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4. Oh, I missed 5. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope now you have subscribed. So let's go back here. Let's collapse this whole thing. Let's create one more object. So I'll create a simple circle. Okay, we can keep the stroke and feel if we want. And now I'll go to the again shape layer, expand this, select the path. This is very crucial step, guys. Make sure you select the path correctly. Okay, not the path inside this. Select the path one, which you want to use as a path for your animation. Copy this. Okay, just hit Command C or Control C, or you can go to edit and copy. Okay, and now go to the shape 2, which we have just created, this ellipse. Hit P on your keyboard, or go to transform and select the position. And now you would be seeing a lot of videos in the shots that just copy the path and paste on the position, but that is not going to work, because you have to first click on this stopwatch to create the first keyframe, and then you can paste it. Now when you paste this, now you can see this is not following with my trim path. So there are two ways. Either you adjust the timing of the position, or you adjust the trim paths. I'll show you both ways. So to do that, let's select the trim path and hit U. That will basically hide everything and just show you the keyframes which are active. Okay, and then I'll do same for this second layer as well. Now you can see the difference of the timing. This animation is getting ended at 1 second, and this one is going up till up till 2 seconds. So what we have to do, basically we have to select either of these, whichever is easier for you. Select, let's say, do it with the position. Select all the keyframes of the position, go to the first keyframe. You can use these arrows to go back and forth between the keyframes. Make sure you are at the first keyframe. Hold alt or the option button, make sure you have selected all the keyframes, you are at the first keyframe, and then hold alt or option button and drag this to the time where you want to end the path animation. So now you'll be seeing, okay, why there's still it is not matching with this animation, because this animation uses a curve and this animation doesn't. So we can simply apply this to here as well, and now you can see both animations are perfectly synced very well with each other. Okay, and if you want to extend the timing, I'll select both of the keyframes from both shapes. I'll go to the very first keyframe of both. I'll hit alt again on my keyboard. I'll click on the last keyframe and I'll drag it to expand the spacing. Now you can see there are dots on my path which are basically shifting, and it basically indicates the timing. The more space, it basically takes the more time, and the less space, it basically goes fast. Sorry, I see it reverse. Basically the distance, like the more we have distance in the dots is basically the faster the animation, and more we have the dots closer to each other is basically slowing the animation. Okay, so now you can see we have the school line animation done, and here's time for one more bonus tip for those who have stayed till this point. Okay, now we are going to create a quick 3D camera, and we are going to assign the camera which will basically animate with this path. So let's quickly create a new camera. Okay, and this will you can just have a 50 mm or any basic presets. Okay, and then now I'm going to switch these two layers to a 3D layer, because then only the camera will able to render them correctly. And make sure if you're not seeing this block, you can just click on toggle switch modes, which basically shows you the option to toggle the 3D layers. Okay, now I am here in camera, and what I'll do, I'll just this is very simple. You can just create a quick parenting here, and okay, so now you can see there is this weird behavior, because my camera is getting moved, but we are not able to we are following this dot, but just because of the view of the camera we are not able to see it. So I'll just use this tool to now you can see if I add more 3D layers in the background. For example, I'll create an ellipse. I'll just make it 3D. Okay, and let's let this move this in the space somewhere here, and now you can see my objects are basically getting moved with the camera. So this stays here because we are following this object, and if you don't want to follow this object, you can simply just go, let me just move this here. Let's select this, let's remove the parenting, and you can manually animate the positions of the camera. So so now you can see we have nice cool camera animation with the path. Okay, I'll just open the keyframes, and I'll make sure my camera is also completely aligning with the motion. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and till the next video, keep watching, keep learning, keep designing.